Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Charles Space. In today's video, we'll be making a beautiful baby cape top. So guys, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Click on the bell icon to be notified anytime I upload a new video. Now I'm using a bridal satin, and this is just a yard of bridal satin. I'll be cutting on this. Now the length of the top is 25.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches allowance, that is 27.5 inches. I'll go ahead and join the lines together. Now the shoulder measurement is 16 inches divided into 2 will give me 8 inches plus half an inch, making it 8.5 inches. And the armhole, I'm using 9 inches for the armhole. From shoulder to the bust point is 11.5 here. The waistline is 17 inches. So these are the important circumference I'll be using. That is the bust circumference, the waist circumference, and the upper hip circumference, because it's not going to go down to the lower part of the hip. It's the upper part of the hip. That is the upper side of your hip. That is what I need. So for the bust is 40 inches divided into 4 will give me 10 inches. This is 10 inches, and I'll add extra 2 inches allowance. Now the waist is 39 inches divided into 4 will give me 9.8 inches plus extra 2 inches allowance. The hip as well is 40 inches divided into 4 will give me 10 inches plus 2 inches allowance. So I'll go ahead and join the lines together using my straight ruler. Now the neck circumference is 3.5. For the front, I will use 5 inches. So this is a circle neckline. I'll put 1 inch for my shoulder slope. So you can see this is the neckline. I don't want it to stand, that's why I'm using white chalk for it. So for the armhole, I'll mark from this point. I'll take 2 inches and I'll go ahead and curve it. So after cutting the back, I will then cut out the neck. Now I've placed it on my fabric to cut out the second one, which is the 2 back pieces, and I left 1.5 inches for the zip allowance. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. For the back neckline, I'll cut 2 inches. This is for the back, while this is for the front. Then I'll remove the front and go ahead and open up the back. I'll put a notch at this zip allowance. So I've cut out for the front and the back pieces. The next thing will be the sleeve. Now for the sleeve, the round sleeve, the fullest part of the sleeve is 15 inches divided into 2 will give me 7.5. So I have extra 1 inch allowance. So this is okay, 8.5. The length of the sleeve is 17 inches. So I'll go ahead and add extra 2 inches, making it 19 inches. So this is 19 inches here. Now from the shoulder to the elbow is 10 inches. From here, I will take the second measurement. Okay. Now the measurement is 17 divided into 2 will give me 15 inches. The measurement is 15 inches for the upper side divided into 2 will give me 7.5 inches, and I added 1 inch allowance. Then for this elbow side is 11 inches divided into 2 will give me 5.5 inches, and I'll add extra 1 inch allowance. Then for the down part is 9 inches divided into 2 will give me 4.5 plus extra 1 inch, making it 5.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and join the lines together. Then at this point, I will mark 3.5. From here, I'll curve it to this point. So I'll go ahead and cut it out. So I'll place it to cut out the second sleeve. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. Now I've cut out the top and the sleeve. For the cape, it will be after joining both the front and the back pieces. I will then cut out for the cape. I'll go ahead and put a notch at the 2 inches allowance. The next thing is to mark my dart. From the shoulder to the bust point here, that is 11.5 inches. Then I'll mark 4 inches down to the hip length here. Then I'll mark a straight line. Then on this gown part, I'll remove half an inch. From this point, I'll mark half inch on the right side and half inch on the left side. This is the center. From this point, I will mark the dart to this point, that is the bust point. I don't want to cut it out, so by the time I'm sewing it, I'll pick it like so and sew through to this point. The same thing I'll do to the second side. You can as well put a notch at this center here, that is the 4 inches, to enable you to place the dart correctly. You can see I've already notched the 4 inches. Then for the zipper side, which is the back pieces, instead of 4 inches, it will be 5.5 inches because we added extra 1.5 inches. So I'll go ahead and put a notch here, both for the front and the back pieces. You can see that, so that by the time I just pick it, I will know that if I measure my 11.5 inches, I'll go ahead and sew. The same thing to the other side, I'll go ahead and sew through. That will be for the dart. After fixing the dart, now we are now in the sewing aspect of it. Because of the collar, I'm not going to turn the neckline because it's having a collar round. This is baby collar from the center front to the center back, then from the center front to the center back the other side. That is two pairs of collar. So that one will be after sewing. So the first thing we'll do is to sew the dart all through. After sewing the dart, I'll go ahead and place the front and the back pieces together like so. After sewing my dart both for the front pieces and the two back pieces, the next thing to do will be to place the back pieces right side facing each other to the front pieces. You can see that these are the right sides. So I'll go ahead and join it at the shoulder with half an inch. After joining, I will open it up and attach my sleeve. By the time I've already folded the extra 2 inches that I aligned, you can see, I'll fold in the 2 inches, then I'll go ahead and attach the sleeve. But make sure you put a notch at the shoulder line of the sleeve as well, so that you will not make mistake fixing it wrongly. It helps to fix it at the right point. So that's why I will always put a notch. This is the shoulder line, so that you know that is the shoulder line. That after joining, the next thing you place the notch part to be aligned with the joined shoulder line. Then I'll join the sleeve as well. After joining the two sleeves, I'll close up the two sides with 1 inch or two. After which I'll show you the next thing to do. So guys, I've joined both the front and back piece. You can see I've already attached my dart to the dress. I joined both the back and the front pieces together, fix the sleeve. This is the sleeve, the two sleeves. So the next thing I'll do, I'll place both the front and back pieces together like so. I'll go ahead and fix my zip. After fixing the zip, I'll close up the two sides, and as well I will measure the collar side. I told you the collar is baby collar. I'll just place the neckline like so. This is the center front, while this is zipper notch here. So I'll measure from this point to this point. Know how many it is. So this is 10.2 inches. So I'm cutting both for this side and this side. So I'll keep it aside. So I'll go ahead and place my fabric like so. I will mark 1.5 inches like so. From this point, the measurement we have there is 10.2 inches. From this line here, I will measure 10.2 inches. This is 10.2 here. Then the middle of 10.2, if I divide it into 2, this is 5.1 inch. That is here. It's from this point I will mark 1.5 inches from this point. Then I'll take it, I'll curve it to this point and to this point. Then from this point I will measure 2.5 inches round. I'll connect the lines like so. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out. This place will not be sharp. I have to curve it. The same thing to this side. Then I'll cut it again, cut another pieces. So this will be for the two collars. I'll go ahead and sew through like so, sew through and turn it to the right side. After turning it to the right side, I will first put a notch. I will notch this center front. I will notch the center front. Then from this point, I will sew it like so. By the time I've turned it, it will be like so. You can see it will come up. This is how it will be at the neckline. You can see. So after turning it to the right, I will sew through these edges, turn it to the right side, then fix it from this center front to the center back. I'll join the two sides, then use my bias tape and tape the down part. Everything is finished. Remember, the first thing is to fix the zipper, close it up, the two sides with 1 inch or through, hem the downside and fix the collar. So after which we are done with the top.